Now, you're not supposed to do this in the middle of a project, but let me start by saying you've already been warned. You've received multiple warnings before you hit play, and you've received a warning in the very beginning of this project. So if you're going to be offended, don't listen. This one is called Loyalty Makes You Family, Not Blood. Loyalty and blood are two different things. So everyone needs to stop treating them like they are the same thing based off a person's status or title. When it comes to family, blood and loyalty should never combine. I've never been much of a family person. Maybe when I was really young, but as it stands, that part of my memory is clouded. Maybe from the naivety of youth, or just a bad judge of character. Either way, my family seems to just not like each other. Hate is a strong word in some cases, but in others, there is absolutely no reason why there is such a divide. It is a lack of loyalty and love that keeps us this way. Most members could just be living their own lives and not really be thinking much about it. And I'm not talking about you if that's the case. I just have a couple bones to pick with the people who see this as a problem. Holding basic conversation is easy, so it's not like anyone set fire to the family tree. But no one has any desire to talk or to see each other. Or at least the desire isn't very strong since it's not being acted upon. For a functioning family, that's anything but normal. So why the hell does everyone have the nerve to tell me that I'm gonna miss them? Or that I should treat them better? Or that I should call them every once in a while? The worst and most infuriating case is when they basically say they are your family no matter what. That's the reason I should reach out? When no one else does the same? Now, it sounds harsh at first, but really, if you're going to try to give people credit and not physically follow through, then you're part of the problem. Loyalty is what makes you family. And if you've done something to me in the past, or act just as hypocritical as described before, or just haven't been there for me in general, your reputation speaks for itself. Family is not blood. Your generation does not speak for you. The family name is nothing more than a title. So regardless of whatever generation of ours you originate from, if you are not going to act like family, don't act entitled, and don't come for me like I'm breaking a traditional code. The only time I've seen the dysfunctions and disconnect of my families replicated through others was when it happened to another significant loved one of mine. I refused to clean up after that mess because I had to do it and am still having to do it with my own family. And unfortunately, that mess had to do with younger lives being thrown into the mix. And of course, just as anyone would have predicted, if they've seen how people behave, the other family in question was only just recently informed of the heartbeat coming from their offspring. But that's another topic for later. And whether it may or may not be their fault isn't the point. This isn't an attack on anyone, and this also isn't a call to assembly. This is a simple analysis and state of reasoning as to why the traditional family as we know it has died or is quickly dying. Because people today aren't good parents. Children today aren't good listeners. Loyalty and blood are taught as though they have the same definition, and the old family way is trying to be shoehorned into everyone's life. The big thing in this statement is the word taught. We could do better if we were taught better. That also is a topic for another day. If you're just not a family person, that's okay. If you're disrespectful to your family for no reason, that's not okay. If you aren't reaching out to family members because they aren't reaching out to you, that's okay. If you are getting onto others for not socializing with family when you yourself aren't doing much in that regard, that's not okay. Family will not be there forever. That's very true. But refer back to and even more carefully analyze everything I just said if you still use this point in your argument.